Morning, morning, Aries. Welcome, welcome. Hey, first off, I want to say thank you for all you guys that have stuck through these last couple of months. It's very sporadic. I wasn't on here as much as I could be. It needed to be. So I apologize. It's been a very stressful month for me. I thank you for all hanging in there, staying subscribed, still looking for the channel. Definitely working on that. So thank you so much. It's been a real challenging 2 months. And energy and spiritually, I'm doing great, but it's very draining to work in a toxic environment and try to transform it to a healthy environment at work. So let's get started. This is about you. This is about the 15th through the 21st of November for you. Ooh, there's a full moon and an eclipse. And oh boy, Mercury is just playing around up there doing trines. Lots of communication issues. So let's see what's going on for Aries, this fiery, fiery sign. For those of you that are new, I do current energies and future energies. This deck here, though, is the Divines deck. This is the, if you have a question for tarot, this is what you are trying to ask tarot or trying to come to tarot for. I don't do the tarot. Divine picks and gives me the downloads. Okay, so this is why it's divine driven, divine guided. And this is, tarot is just the resource. Divine is the source. So that is the energy that we pull from. All right, any of the downloads and such. So current energies, future energies, and the future energies are the astrology energies. Okay, those are the energies I look at combined with divine. So we're going to look at all that and more. We'll do a moon reading too, real quick at the end, and see what the planet, the sun, has going on for us. All right. All right. Let's see what we got going. So your first card is your Divine's card. And just like Leo's, I think this is a time of transformation for you guys, for the fire signs. This is, I think, a time for a transformation. Definitely what's going on. Yeah, this is very similar. 3, 6, 7. Definitely very similar for you guys. Very interesting because I've been shuffling these cards even before you guys came on, and a lot of them are very similar. But let's go through this. So the shining through is your card from Divine. So whatever you're going through, keep thanking, keep shining, keep being positive, keep lifting up. You need to acknowledge this. This is something he wants you to keep in your forefront this week. This is something that he wants you to show that whatever you're going through, somebody is watching to see how you handle it and how you proceed forward with it. So definitely know that somebody is watching. And so shine through. Give thanks, be positive. It's like what I'm training this team here at work is that we all have problems and issues and brokenness outside in our homes, in our families, and what's going on. However, when we come into these four walls, we can be empathetic to each other. However, we leave those things outside because we are a very customer-based company. And so what they see, what we show, their energies are going to pull in. So if I come in, oh, hi, welcome, then they're going to feel that, wow, that's not very cheery, and they're looking for cheery because in this industry, that's what is expected. And so if you're doing that, then you basically, you come in and you're just like, hey, welcome. Even though inside you might be going through a lot, outside there, you have to sort of compartmentalize what you're doing. This is a transformation process. This is your current energy. This is the swan. This is the number 3 again, to acknowledge that transformation is happening, that when you give thanks or you shine through, even when the things are tough, that is a spiritual choice that you're making, and that it will become easier and your mountains will become very low rolling hills rather than this. This is secular. This is secular, but this is spiritual. It's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. And you know what? Thank you for having me go through this crap, because there's something that's going to be good come out of it, or a lesson I'm going to learn, or something I'm not going to do anymore, because I shouldn't be doing that anyway. Bad habit, smoking, eating too much, gambling, I don't know. I'm just hearing these things. Okay, so the future is definitely a partnership. It's going to be a new partnership because, and that might be a partnership with a friend. It could be with a new job. It could be because I got some pentacles here. It could be with a new job, and I think this is going to come a little bit later towards the end of the year. However, it's a little unstable right now because it's new. Okay, something very new. I don't know what it is because your first card out also is a new. It is an ace. It's something new beginning. There's going to be a lot of conversation around it, whatever it is. So, like if you're going to own a new business, you got a lot of conversation around that. If it's a new relationship, you got to get to know each other, that kind of a thing. I don't see relationship here as much as trying to figure things out to be your authentic you. I think somebody is just tired of the mask, wearing all the different masks. Oh, I'm going to be this way with somebody, going to be this way with my family, going to be this way with my friends. I think somebody's just really tired of wearing the mask, and this new person is actually going to shine through and transform into their authentic you. I don't know who that is, but you're sick and tired of playing the fake game. Okay. I just want to be me, is somebody saying. And that is actually walking in truth. That's your absolute truth. Okay, that is you. And this is what you're thinking about. It's like, what do I want to do with my future? What it would be like me saying, Patty, what do I want to do? You know what? Somebody asked me that about not even quite a year ago. And because my life has transformed and changed so much, and it continually transforms spiritually, I had to ask. They said, well, what would you like to do with, the next 5 years? And I'm like, wow, I don't know, because I've done everything. And I just said, well, wherever divine wants me to go, I'll go. Whatever he wants me to do, I'll do. So that's where I am at my part of my life. I've done everything. I've done a million things. People say, what haven't you done? It's like, because I lived life. I grabbed life by the horns. I was going to say something else. And I lived it. There's that old Patty coming out. So definitely, who are you? It is hard work, but you know what? In the center of your reading is the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is about getting the rewards from that hard work, shining through those tough times, transforming yourself into a person that says, you know what? It isn't as bad as it could be. Looking at the positives in your life rather than the negatives, and looking at those negatives and saying, what did I learn from that? I have a friend who the wife cheated and left, and he continues to beat himself up over and over. This is 2 years, and he's still beating himself up that it was his fault. It is not his fault. It takes two to think that way, but there was not enough communication there, or the communication was not healthy. What I mean by that is people yelling at each other, and screaming at each other. That's not healthy. That's not shining through. That's not saying, hey, you know what? Your perspective is different, and that's okay, but don't talk to me that way. That would be a transformation, saying, you know what? I don't deserve that kind of language, or to be told that. That is just not acceptable, and stop it. Nip it in the bud. That brings your partnership closer. This is a time of transformation. This is a time of building standards. This is a time of building boundaries for somebody. I don't know who that's for. This is just downloading boundaries and standards. Somebody's being a doormat to somebody. This is a time where this hard work needs to come in. And then what's going to happen is you're going to have victory in the end, because now you're being treated with respect. So I don't know who's not being treated with respect, but Divine saying, you got to get your standards. You got to get some healthy standards and boundaries. You're not getting boundaries. You have to have boundaries. I didn't used to have boundaries. I used to be a doormat. I used to be a yes person. Are you a yes person? Oh, yes, I'll do that. Oh, yes, I'll do that. Oh, yes, I'll do that. Because you don't want to create a conflict. You don't want to create a disruption. You don't like confrontation. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. And Divine here is your final card, which is your challenge card. For some of you are going to try to do it alone. And Divine is saying, I'm here to help you. Please lean on me. Ask me. I'll give you the strength. I'll give you the everything that you need. You may not like all the answers, but I'm doing it for your better. But lean on me so that you can just shine through. This is a transformation. This is an awakening process for somebody. This was the same as Leo's. It's an awakening time for you fire signs. And it also, too, is the full moon and the eclipse that is happening. Definitely, definitely, definitely happening. I like that the Ten of Pentacles is at the center. You have the Ace of Wands in the beginning. Definitely, oh my gosh. Okay. Man, that word is coming up this week like no tomorrow. Share you with you in a minute. You got the Ten of Pentacles here in the middle. Awesome. You have the Ace of Wands in the beginning. Awesome. And the thing is, something new is coming fresh. You've got two Ace of Wands. That's just re-verifying something new is coming up. The number one is about newness, something new, something that is going to help you. It is very spiritual. Somebody is having a very spiritual awakening because you have the master pair, okay, in your reading. You have a master spiritual pair. This is a learning, this is a lesson. This is to bring you up to the next level. So really pay attention to your intuition this week because there's something in that. However, the challenge is pride. Somebody's got an ego, somebody is more earthbound. It's not comfortable, but pride. And the pride thing about pride, the reason why divine hates the word pride is there's I in the middle, thinking that I did it all. I was the reason. I was this. And you are not. You are given the resources, but the source is divine. So when you put pride in there, there's going to be an argument, and it's fighting against this newness. It's fighting against the spiritual side that wants to grow. This is about you saying, I want to love more. I want to be able to give more. I want to be able to be compassionate. Even through anything that I go through, I want to be able to be a conduit of love to somebody else. Okay, that is pushing you through, but you are not the source. You are the resource. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense to somebody, but pride is getting in the way of somebody actually transforming and moving forward. And you have to acknowledge that. Is my ego getting in the way? Is my brain, is my thought process getting in the way of allowing me to expand my wings? Okay. Is it allowing me to expand my wings limitless? Or am I not, or am I, holding myself back? Put it that way. Am I holding myself back? This is a time to ask those questions and intensely ask them. I mean, this is a time to really get deep into your mindset, where your foundation is. Many of you guys have a foundation of earth. Divine saying, I need you to have a foundation of me, second dimension, spirit, because that's where love is. That's where your spirit lies. That's where your answers are. Every time you ask a question to divine, the answer is in you. You have to find it. The only way to find it is to listen to your spirit and your heart. So a lot of the times when you go into a relationship and you know it's probably not for you, but you're going to do it anyway, that's your spirit. That's your answer. That's your spirit saying, no, don't do that. There's something better coming. No. And then you waste all this time. Okay, the fire signs, there's some healing in here, but this is why the shining through is happening, because we're at the end of somebody's healing, but also too, this is a transformation process. Okay, this is a transformation process. So transform into love, transform into your authentic self, transform into truth. Thank you. Somebody's not being truthful because they're not being their authentic self. When you do that, your partnerships will grow more intense in love. Your partnerships will grow more bonded. You will have more fulfilling relationships. You will have more loving relationships. You will have relationships that transform to a high level of love that you will have never experienced before. Okay. And that's when you begin to really shine, because, if you like, people say that pregnant women shine and all that, kind of have that glow. That's because they're happy. Most women that have children are happy. Yeah, definitely. But we get to the authentic self to know. Some people don't like want to have children. They don't like children too, but some don't want children. and then they get pregnant. That glow isn't there as bright as somebody who really, really wants it, because they're being their authentic self. They want to be a mother. They're glowing because they're excited about that. So what is it that you get excited about for your authentic you? What is it? Because in the moon, in the moon energy and the astrology energy for this week, you're going to have to watch the full moon reading, because it's extremely intense with the eclipse, is that you are enough. You are enough. And that is where you shine. So what is it about your authentic you that needs to be drawn out spiritually so that you can shine? This is you. Whatever you are is enough. God created you in love, and that's what you are, love. Okay, and so that is where you shine. That is hate and all this disrupt. We don't shine there. We don't shine there. So what's your gift? What's your talent? What's your purpose so that you can shine? All right. When you shine in what you're supposed to be doing, you radiate light is what you do. You radiate light. All right. So I hope that's helpful to you. Don't forget though, hi, love is mere a whore. Hi, welcome. This is just a general reading. Unfortunately, I'm not going to do that today. I'm really stretched for time for work trying to get through these. So I apologize. I really appreciate it though, that you would like me to do that for you. Maybe in the future, just subscribe, because today they're short because I have to go to work. But in the future, I could probably do that for you. Yes, love and light. Definitely, definitely. Love and light. And that's what it is this is where you shine. This is where you transform. So, and as I said in the very, very beginning, this week is going to be really, really hard. So say what you mean and mean what you say. These are the key things I'm bringing to every sign this week, because with the moon and this eclipse and all these things that are going on, you really have to get down deep and really say what you mean and mean what you say. Otherwise, don't say it. Don't do it. Don't say it. Don't promise it, because you're setting yourself up for future energies of a partnership that isn't going to work because you're not shining and being your authentic you. So remember that. Say what you mean what you say this week. It's very, very important. So watch for the full moon on the 18th or 19th reading, and I'll share more about that on that day. I'm not quite sure what the time is, so subscribe, hit the bell, the all bell, and you'll see when that is on. And this is going to be part of the discussion, because with Mercury and us being in Taurus with the moon and the eclipse, and then we've got trines and sextiles going on like no tomorrow. We're going to discuss that because it's a really intense time. All right. Have a great week. Talk to you on the full moon, or see you on your next reading. And I'm back. And thank you for all your support through the last couple of months. It's been rough. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Take care. Walk in love and light and absolute truth. Take care.